What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, the Options Boss, sliding up on y'all. Hope all is good. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. And I hope you guys are ready to make some money this week. Now, with that being said, guys, big announcement for you to start off the video. Your boy, as you may know, is sitting on 959 subscribers. And what that means for you is I am on my march to 1,000 subscribers. So, guys, if you comment down below and say I'm a subscriber and I want in 1,000, I'm going to add you into my raffle where the winner of that raffle, when I hit 1,000 subscribers, will get one free share of Verizon. Just my way of thanking you guys for showing love to my channel, helping me grow, supporting, and all the things that you guys do with all the great comments and such. So again, guys, if you're a subscriber, just go down below and say I'm a subscriber and I want in 1,000, and I got you added into the raffle. Now, with that being said, veterans of the channel, go down below, like the video, comment, show some love, and every time you do, you help the channel grow, and I appreciate you guys for that. Newbies to the channel, go down below, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and when you do that, you'll get these jewels that I'll be dropping first things first, so you can get these game plans and strategies ready to implement the very next day in the market, soon as the market opens. And guys, I definitely be dropping jewels on here, dropping out nice options plays for you guys to look at. So with that being said, you definitely want to get these things as quick as possible so you can hop in these plays as quick as possible. And that's not even including the options group chat. I tell you guys, if you're curious about the options group chat, drop a comment below and ask me about it. But it's a paid group. Team, we pay $50 a month for the chat for the first month. It's $100 going forward, but $50 for the first month. I give you guys all my options plays for the day. I let you know when I get in, when I get out, if I'm day trading, if I'm swinging, etc., etc. It's a really good tool for traders, especially newer traders and traders that's trying to build confidence in this market to trade with the Options Boss. So with that being said, guys, you definitely want to take advantage of that. Now, this week, we're going to dive into a few charts. A few members of the group chat gave me a few companies that they wanted me to look at. And I'm going to pull the charts up and I'm going to see what I see. And I'm going to let you guys know what I see. And from there, you could do what you will with the information. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who enjoys the stock market and is fortunate enough to make some money more times than not. So with that being said, we're definitely going to dive into that. But guys, I want to give you a play that I want you to look into this week. And that play is Apple. Apple has earnings, guys. Now, earnings is very, very risky. I've made several videos where I talk about the risk of earnings. But along with the risk of earnings are rewards. Now, you can hop into an earnings play and your, position can go from, worth 100% to worthless in a matter of moments. But it can also go from worth 100% to worth 400% in a matter of moments. Options contracts are very risky, but at the same time, when you hit on it, when it's an earnings play, the jump is huge and it can really do wonders for your portfolio, especially if you have, I'll call it a mid-sized portfolio. I would not suggest small portfolios play with earnings, but if you have at least like 3 to 4K, you're not itty bitty small. If you have at least 3 to 4K, you might want to look into Apple. Myself, I am sitting on Apple 138 calls. I got them out the money because if they hit on earnings is going to make sure they jump up enough where we'll get some nice wins off of that. And if they miss earnings, I know that the contract will be worthless, but I got it at a premium that I was comfortable with risking. So guys, you want to look at Apple calls this week. And if you hop in Apple calls and Apple print for you, come back to this video and let me know that Apple printed for you. And if you hop in Apple calls and Apple blows up on you, come back to this video and let me know Apple blew up on you.
Oh, no.
But I definitely feel good about Apple going into earnings. Last quarter was not the greatest quarter when they reported earnings. They fell a bit. And Apple usually does not fall during earnings. So I'm looking for them to kind of rebound and get going in the right direction that you expect Apple to go in for earnings. Now, with that being said, guys, like I said, we're going to hop into a few charts. I want you guys to check these out with me, see what I see. We'll talk about support and resistance and different things of that nature. And I'll let you guys know what I think of these different charts. And we're going to be looking at the 1-day chart, and we're going to be looking at the 3-month chart, so I can get a short-term view and I can get a longer-term view, and you guys can see it with me. So let's go now. So guys, one of the first stocks I'm looking at is ChargePoint. That's CHPT, if you see it on the top right-hand side. And I am looking at the 1-day chart over here. And as you guys may see, I have the EMA, and I have a VWAP, and I have the MACD on this chart. And one of the things I'm noticing is the VWAP, at least on the 1-day chart, it sort of acted as a support system, so to speak. It went down, and the VWAP is the orange line, just to give you guys the idea of my chart. So you'll see, if you look at the candles go up and down, and then once we break above the VWAP, we bounce back down, and then we go up again. And then we pull back, we bounce back down, and then we go up again. So that VWAP, which is around 23.89, did some good job of being support on the 1-day candle. And because of that, the stock pretty much held that low. Also, if you look towards the end of the chart, you'll see a few green arrows, a few green candles, and that'll let you know that the chart is looking pretty bullish at that point. And that's a good sign. And also, if you look at the EMA, you'll notice that the blue line is over top the purple line. And with it being over top of the purple line, that means that my 9-day of the EMA has passed my 20. And with that being the case, that is a bullish signal as well. So with the VWAP holding and with the EMA looking good, I really like how ChargePoint is set up on the 1-day chart. It looks like something that I definitely could get into and possibly make some money on. We'll see how it looks coming this time tomorrow. But that being the case, I will definitely say that this 1-day chart looks bullish. Now we're going to slide over and we're going to look at the same exact chart on the 90-day. And as we look at the 90-day, I'm going to add a little more resistance and support levels in here. So I see we have a little resistance right around here. And that level was around 2062. So hypothetically, if we were to break that VWAP, we could definitely be headed down towards that area. Obviously, we don't want that to happen. And likewise, if we were to run up a little bit, since we are above the VWAP, then what we could be looking at is we could be looking at a push probably up to around, we could probably be looking up to a push to right around there. So we're talking about 32.13. And if ChargePoint want to push up that big, that'll be a major, major, major move. I would definitely be happy with that. Again, not an exact thing, but definitely a possibility that ChargePoint could be bullish. And if they're bullish and they make a move towards that 32 area, we swung a few contracts over the weekend. We could definitely be in a position to take some nice profit. I believe we swung 26 calls on ChargePoint. So it could be a nice one for us if tomorrow was bullish. But that's ChargePoint, guys. You definitely want to look at that chart. Now, we're going to move on. And we're moving on to SVXY, ticker symbol. And as you look at the 1-day chart, I'm going to kind of bring it over here a little bit. The VWAP is pretty much definitely in a good position where everything is over. And that's a great sign. You did see towards the end of the day, if you look at the very end of the chart, we did break down a little bit below. So that could be a bearish signal for this stock on a short-term basis. Now, with that being said, you also see that the 9-day on the EMA, which is the blue line, went underneath the red line, which is the 20-day on the EMA. So that's another signal that could be bearish if we're looking at this on a 1-day chart. And another thing I noticed about it, if you look at the very bottom, well, not the very bottom, but right above where it says MACD on your screen, there's not a lot of volume on that. If you compare this volume to, say, the volume I just clicked back on ChargePoint, you'll see it's a big difference with the volume ChargePoint had towards the end of the day as compared to this stock. So if you're looking at SVXY on a short-term nature, it does not look super bullish to me. And over here, I pulled it out on the 3-month chart. And if you look at it on the 3-month, I could go and give us some resistance. And that resistance will probably be right around this area, guys. So we're probably talking about like around 50, 75-ish. That looks to be resistance right there. So it hit there and it bounced down. And that's something that you want to be aware of. So this right now on a 1-day chart and on a 90-day chart does not look like something I would touch unless I was thinking about puts. And like I said, it's not a lot of volume in it. So, you know, I'm not sure how that would go. But nevertheless, that is SVXY. So you guys, you have that right here. Right here, guys, I pulled up CCIV, another one I was asked about, and I'm looking at the 1-day chart, and the first thing jumps out to me is I don't see a lot of volume. However, with that being the case, the VWAP, we're definitely above the VWAP, and if you look towards the end of the chart, it looks like it's consolidating a bit right there with those candles, pretty much going sideways at that stage. So it could be getting ready to break up. It could be getting ready to break down. It definitely does not seem like it's enticing me to want to grab some options on it. Either way, one way or another, that's for sure on this 1-day chart. Now, if I wanted to throw some support in here, it looked like we might have a tiny bit of support on this 1-day. And that support would be around this area right here. So we could maybe even move that up a tiny bit. We could call support like around 2040, 2049, 2050 type area. That would be support if I was looking at this chart on this 1-day. However, that being the case, it doesn't really demonstrate a lot of volume to make me think it's going to run any higher. So that's what I will be worried about with CCIV, at least on this 1-day chart. And again, if I look at the MACD, if I look at the moving average, the EMA, I see the blue line, the 9-day did go over the 20 barely, but it doesn't look like it's a lot of separation. It doesn't look like it's a lot of power in the stock with the volume. Definitely not something that I would necessarily touch. And if you go over here to the 90-day chart, and it's pretty similar in the fact that not a lot of volume over here. We do see that little bit of support, which is great in that area. And if it were to run up, if it magically got a boost, it could probably run up to about this 33 area. I would probably call that resistance if I were looking at the stock. You get around, let me see here. You get around, right around here. You could probably say that's some resistance right there if I were looking at it, but it definitely doesn't look like anything that I would be looking at getting at, barring some type of catalyst, but that's definitely CCIV for you guys. And right here, I am at OCGN. Someone asked me to pull this up, and on a 1-day, when I'm looking at the VWAP, I see they had a lot of volume, they had a lot of run, should I say, over top of the VWAP, which is great. But I know that they did the share offering on Friday, and when they did the share offering towards the end of the day, obviously we took a big fall below the VWAP. Now, for me, what I will be looking for, if I'm looking at OCGN ticker symbol, I will be looking right around, let's see here, if I can move over a little bit. I'll be looking right around here. If they can find a way to hold that area, if they can find a way to hold that 988 area, maybe, just maybe, they could push back up again. And if they push back up, then, of course, we're going to be looking to see if they can get it up to around $12. And if they can get it around $12, if they hold that 988 area, they could probably push it up to around $12, which would be a good area for them. A good area for us to make some money if we can get in. But the key has got to be that area around 988. They got to be able to get back above that. I think they finished the day around 963. So they got to get back above that. And again, wasn't really a lot of volume in this stock like it was with, I believe it was ChargePoint. They had some good volume. And I'm actually surprised because if you look at it, they definitely moved a lot. So you would have thought that the volume was there a little more than it was. You come over here to the 90-day chart. I got some notifications popping up on the bottom of my computer. But you come over here to the 90-day and pretty much the same. You do see some more lower support if you decided to look at it. And that's fine. Now, the 90-day chart does show some volume compared to the way the stock has been trading. So that probably explains why we ran up a bit Friday. And that could be a reason to run up again on Monday if, like I said, they can regain that area around $10. If they can regain that area around $10, they could definitely go back up to 12. It'll definitely be worth watching. Keep your eyes on OCGN and see what it does. And it could be a moneymaker, but at the same time, the volume, you definitely would like it to be a little more consistent. Now, guys, this is NEO. Again, on the one-day chart, they spent most of the day above the VWAP, and the VWAP acted as a support for the most part of the day, and that's good for NEO. Now, that being said, NEO started out with some pretty good volume early on, then it kind of died, and then it kind of came back a little bit towards the end of the day. So the key for NEO is going to be, is there going to be volume there? If there's volume there, NEO could maybe make a move. They did stay above the VWAP the entire time, which is great. And if you look for any type of support for NEO, you're probably finding it like around this area. Let me grab my horizontal. You're probably finding it like around this area right here. There's a little more support for NEO. And if they can hold that 4093 area, they can definitely push up. It's definitely a matter of needing some volume as well. And the blue, the 9-day EMA, definitely was over the red EMA, the 20-day, which makes me believe that it could be bullish, just depending on basically if they get the volume. Over on the 3-month chart, you look over here, you'll see you can find some more support like around 35. And that's a nice area for them to have some extra support at. But at the same time, if you go up higher, if it does break up, you can see NEO possibly running up to about 46, I believe I saw right there. So if it ran up to 46, that's a pretty all right move. You're talking about a $5 move on a $40 stock right now. So that's a nice move right there. Definitely could be something worth looking at depending on what the volume does with NEO. Guys, I also want you to keep in mind Facebook. I believe Facebook has earnings this week, and Facebook has made big moves up and down off earnings recently. So you want to keep your eyes on Facebook. You want to see if it's a position that's worth it for you to get in. I'm not telling you to get in it, but I'm not telling you not to get in it. I'm telling you to look at it, check it out, and it could be worth a nice call, could be worth a nice put. You definitely want to look into it. It's a position, and I'm going to research further to see if I want to grab calls or puts on it. Also, guys, you got to tread lightly this week. On the 28th, I believe Joe Biden is going to be talking about his plan for taxes. And that tanked the market last week, and it could do it the same again. I actually expect it to do the same again. So you want to be prepared. You know the word I like to use for you guys all the time is hedge. So you want to be hedged properly. So if that happens, your puts can kind of, hold you down, make you some money, and give you a call some time to bounce back. So with that being said, guys, I hope you appreciated the video, looking at the charts and a couple of things that I saw. I hope it's helpful for you going forward. And guys, don't forget, you can always be a boss with the options boss. I'm a holler when I holler.